Are you in no contact with your twin flame? Let's find out what's really going on with them right now, what spirit wants you to know, and what you can do to resolve the situation faster and experience healthy communication with your twin flame instead. This is a general reading, but I'm also offering personal twin flame readings and healing sessions, and I have the information for those under this video. So let's get started. For some of you, I get the sense that the reason why communication ended with your twin flame wasn't because of a calculated decision, but because of something spur of the moment, something erratic. One or maybe both of you got extremely triggered by something the other person said, and perhaps you even blocked one another. And I get the feeling that it was a bit of a chaotic mess. This trigger had to do with either a childhood wound or a previous marriage or relationship, and as soon as it came up in conversation between you, then all hell broke loose. For the rest of you, I hear that your relationship with your twin flame started off very steamy, very passionate. Maybe you went into the intimacy way too fast, and there's nothing wrong with that, but at the same time, that was at the expense of your communication, because communication is a skill that you build, even in your relationship with your twin flame. So what I'm feeling here is that you focused too much on the passion between you, on the fire between you, and that resulted in communication not being that good. So since you didn't take the time to really build trust with each other in this area of your union, that's what needs to be resolved right now. So that's the reason why this is really happening. And the next card is what your twin flame wants you to know. And we have the Queen of Wands. And what your twin flame wants you to know is that if you are not claiming your confidence and embodying your divine self, things will never move forward between you. And that's not because your twin flame is punishing you or they're keeping tabs on you or anything like that, but because it really wouldn't be compassionate for either of you to continue a relationship that keeps triggering each other's insecurities. And there are ugly fights, and it just doesn't seem very peaceful, it doesn't seem very compassionate for either of you to keep triggering each other. So even though your twin flame really loves you and really wants to be with you, this is what's keeping you apart. And at the same time, I feel that your twin flame is optimistic about the future of your relationship. They still have a lot of faith in you, and they have a lot of faith in the divine and in the process. And I get the feeling that they're so passionate about you. They've never felt this way about anyone before. You have something extremely special, something magnetic, and something your twin flame cannot ever escape or break free from. And that's really true because twin flames are one and you can't separate from yourself. So that's why your twin flame cannot really cut the cord with you. And I don't get the feeling that they want to, but I'm just saying. And your twin flame also desires openness from your relationship is another message I'm hearing. You can't continue playing soulmate games with each other because it will never work. In fact, this is one of the worst things you can do in a twin flame connection, to keep playing the soulmate games. If you treat your twin flame like a soulmate, first, you're not really honoring what it means to be in a twin flame connection, and your twin flame's role is to be a very high spiritual teacher for you, something that a soulmate is never meant to do. So you're not really experiencing the full potential of your relationship with your twin flame if you're treating them in the soulmate way. And you'll keep running into walls and creating more and more pain for both of you, so it's really not a good strategy. The best thing you can do is empower yourself by learning how twin flames work, learn about twin flame mirroring, the dynamics, if you're in a runner-chaser dynamic. What does that mean, really, spiritually, and how you can resolve that? And when you understand how the whole thing works, then you will also understand how you can create the conditions for your twin flame union to thrive. Your twin flame journey will feel much lighter, much easier, and you'll have much more confidence dealing with that thing. instead of just being in pain and suffering all the time, because that gets really heavy and it builds up over the years, and it's just really not a good energy to be in. Not only in terms of your attraction to your twin flame, but also it's just not really good for you. Just love yourself enough to break free from it. So, next card is next steps. So, what you can do to move forward from this no contact situation, and we have the Page of Coins. So, the honest and brutal truth about twin flame union is that it doesn't fall from the sky. You don't find it under the Christmas tree if you've been good this year. And I know some really wonderful souls are watching this video, because my intention filming this was to attract beautiful souls who need support on their twin flame journey. And if twin flame union was just a reward for good behavior, then you'd all have it right now in the physical. You wouldn't need to watch this video, because you'd be having regular contact with your twin flame, you'd be married, you'd even have children if that's what you desire. You'd be living together. So, twin flame union is not something you get because you've been good. To come out of twin flame separation, you need to have a goal and you need to have a plan. You have to identify the real spiritual reasons why you're in separation, and you have to actually heal in those places within you. No one can actually do this for you because you're the only one who has the power to change your circumstances. And by real spiritual reason, I don't mean that, oh, I'm in separation because my twin flame isn't talking to me. Like, that's the surface, that's the story. You need to go deeper in order to resolve that. And as I mentioned before, find out about the twin flame mirroring. This will be very useful to you because you'll get to discover what your twin flame is reflecting to you with that behavior, and that way you'll be able to address it within you and resolve it within you. And that's such a game changer on this journey, because it shows you that you have power to make those changes. And just because you're the only one who has the power to do your healing work doesn't mean that you need to do this all alone. There's support available for you. There's beautiful spiritual communities of twin flames supporting each other, coming into union. You have your spiritual team, your angels, your spirit guides, the divine who are supporting you. And if you're serious about manifesting union in this lifetime and you'd rather not keep the no contact situation for longer than needed, or even go back and forth with separating and getting back together because that's really painful and exhausting, then I can help you with that. I've been in my union with my twin flame for 4 years now, after years of no contact. This means that I've walked this path myself with all of its ups and downs, and I know exactly how to help you manifest a beautiful, loving relationship with your twin flame, even if you're in no contact right now. And you can have a beautiful relationship where you have excellent communication, you resolve your issues, and you build the life of your dreams together. Having no contact doesn't mean that it's hopeless. So if that's something that you desire to have in your life, then don't hesitate to get in touch with me. I have all my information down below. And with that, our final card is a message that Spirit wants you to pay very special attention to. Are you ready? We have the Four of Cups. So if you've been apathetic or indifferent about resolving the communication situation with your twin flame, this is what's actually making things worse. Ignoring the problem won't make it go away. Waiting for your twin flame to talk to you won't make the issue go away. And if you're doing this, then you're sabotaging yourself without even realizing. Not caring is making the problem worse, actually. And here's the thing about twin flames. Your relationship with your twin flame will always reflect the relationship you have with yourself. So if your twin flame isn't communicating with you right now, this means that there's a part of you that you aren't connecting with. And when you numb yourself to parts of you, first of all, that perpetuates your pain because you're ignoring your own pain. And second of all, your twin flame will continue to reflect that to you, that disconnect, and it will really feel bad. And as time goes on, it will feel even worse unless you address that. The solution here is to care about yourself enough to start connecting with your inner self. Start feeling your feelings. get a meditation routine, and be honest about how you feel. I've noticed a lot of twin flames do this spiritual bypassing thing where it's all love and light, but they actually feel really bad about what's going on. And that's okay. It's okay to feel bad. Doesn't mean you're a bad person, doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. I felt bad about my no contact situation. That's something that's normal. So, if you feel that your current situation with your twin flame sucks and you hate it, don't dismiss that feeling. Don't allow yourself to despair. Be honest and admit that it sucks and you hate it and you want a solution. Recognizing the issue is the first step to resolving it. If you don't recognize what the issue is, then you can't know what steps to take so as to resolve it. So that's what's extremely important here. Let go of apathy, start loving yourself, start connecting with yourself deeper, and you'll immediately notice a change in how your twin flame journey flows, in how your twin flame treats you. There will be a huge difference there. Alright, my beautiful twin flames, thank you so much for watching this reading, and I wish you a beautiful rest of your day.